it has become necessary for the objects to explain themselves to the people. For convenience, I speak on behalf of other objects. What a good idea, people say, when something occurs to them, when something appeals to their imagination. How do such ideas come? It is often hard to say. Suddenly or gradually, they are part of our consciousness. Awake or asleep, we become aware of them. Where then do they come from? Some people say, confidently, out of the unconscious. Others will tell you, from the world of dreams. Others, again, speak only of poetry. We need not go into that. It is more important to realize by what act objects come into being, because the nature of the act partly determines the character of the object. But first of all, there is one act without which no object can come to life. This is the act of imagination. Every object in the room is imagined. The other acts of finding, interpreting, dreaming, or otherwise realizing the object, giving it character, are responsible for the different categories you find in the catalogue. First, consider the found object. Surely, you might say, an object which is found cannot be concerned with an act of the imagination. On the contrary, it is found by that means. By finding it, you create it. What is more, it has always been yours, but hidden from your consciousness until the accident of your perception gives it birth. Next, interpreted objects. These partly explain themselves, but interpretation may be of two kinds: the completion of one idea or the creation of another out of new elements. A perturbed object is one that has suffered some violent aggression, such as being charred or melted in a fire or struck by lightning. It has become a black flower. An oniric object is a dream object of a particular kind. Most object dramas of dreams are what is called wish fulfillment, but some seem to be pure fantasy, dreams within dreams, as it were. It is a subtle difference, not easy to distinguish. And why are so many objects disquieting or perverse? These people forget the dream. In making surrealist objects, there is always the influence of the dream. That is why they so often appear like things seen in sleep, when we inhabit an irrational world. How often then do we encounter strange objects in unlikely association, and hear tantalizing phrases which seem full of meaning? Do not these objects here and their titles remind you of those dream adventures? But above all, these objects are alive. You cannot look at Long Gone Pa and say he is no more than a piece of furs. You will not go alone. These objects will follow you. Their peculiar beauty will haunt you, and either you will acquire one to keep the others off, or you will come again.